Hi Sharks, my name is Mercedes. I have a company called Makeup by Mer. That's M-E-R, short for Mercedes. I'm also the creator and founder of Glamer Lips. That's G-L-A-M-E-R, registered trademark. What's Glamer Lips? It's a natural and USDA certified organic lip care line. So why did I come up with Glamer Lips? Well, through my years of experience and working with several different types of clients, I found a common problem, and it was dry lips. They were always telling me when I was prepping the skin, oh my gosh, my lips are so dried. So I knew this was the product that I was going to create, something for the lips. Well, I was sitting around having a powwow with my business associate over here, Chastity, talking business, and I was telling her about my thoughts about creating a lip care line. And we were trying to figure out what to do more than just making a regular lip balm, which there were so many of. So we had a drink.
And she got sugar all over her lip. And I tried to take it off. And I was like, oh, ding, idea.
And so she thought, that's the perfect solution. Make a sugar scrub for your lips. We love body scrubs. So we figured we don't just use a body scrub and stop at that, we moisturize afterwards. So why not come up with a lip care system? And that's where I created Glamer Lips. So what happened after that? Well, the next day, I just didn't sit around. I went out, went to Whole Foods and got the best ingredients, made my kitchen a little crazy, turned it into a factory, and just through trial and error started making a bunch of lip scrubs. Well, Chastity came over that night.
And I walked into a whole house full of sugar. And I said to her, either you're going to become a millionaire or you're going to become a sugar hoarder.
Yeah, no, we don't want sugar. We like cleanness. So going through several types of recipes until finally I thought what I created was the perfect formulation. So now here's where all the fun begins. My favorite part, the marketing and the power of social media. So I went out and I got unrecycled jars, labels, and I started packaging the product. And then what I started doing was sending out samples. Now the power of social media. I started out sending out samples to a bunch of bloggers, YouTubers. I started getting really big on Instagram. And to my surprise, I couldn't believe it, but everyone started reposting. They weren't only giving me feedback via email or on their blogs, but they were actually taking the time to make tutorials and videos. I just couldn't believe it. I would cry, because just to think that these strangers that I never met, more than my own family, were actually going out there and making tutorials and videos of my product. So I started selling on Etsy at that time, online. I would literally wake up, and just because someone with 1 million followers was posting, wake up and get hundreds of orders. And it just was going crazy from there. Now I knew, since I was selling on Etsy and selling online, I needed to get into retailers. Well, my first thought was, why don't I go to Whole Foods? Because I'm putting organic on the label, so why don't I try to get into Whole Foods, which is known for having organic products? While I was going through that process of trying to get into Whole Foods, I realized that in the research, you can't even put the word organic on a product unless you are USDA certified organic. So I wanted to make sure that I took this product up a notch. I could have very easily stayed home, made a product. There's a lot of DIY products that are made, and scrubs and lotions. Went and sold it at a local art market, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to take it up a notch. So I worked diligently for 3 months to make sure that I can get every certification and credentials and license that were available. I finally got USDA certified organic. I got certified not only the product, but as a handler processor, which means I can make more products. I also got PETA certified animal cruelty, FDA approved, which FDA cosmetics are not regulated through FDA. So I voluntarily got FDA approved, got all my license and permits for both food and cosmetics. And this is something that I take great pride in. I wasn't going to play around. I wanted to make sure that I was ready to compete with the big boys and make my product stand out. I just don't offer USDA certified just because I got organic. I wanted to give options. What happened was I was actually walking into a Whole Foods and I saw this guy dressed up really nice in his suit, and he asked the lady, where are your conventional apples? So she was pointing, and I saw conventional apples, $1, USDA organic, $2. And me, I thought, why not give options? I was already selling the natural and it was doing very well, so why not give the options to the consumers? So I kept the natural, which is made with natural and organic ingredients and retailed for $10. And then I also offered the USDA certified, which retailed for $22.95, and gave the consumer options. Now this is where my challenge and problems come up, which I believe is a good problem to have. Because what's happening right now is I'm actually being pushed out of my house. I have an industrial kitchen which I manufacture and create the product, but we still distribute out of my house. So I don't have a location. The need is greater than I can even produce. I get tons of emails all the time and posts, please make more products. I don't even have the time to actually call and try to get sales of stores. I have stores that are calling me, stores that are selling out of the product. I had a store that just bought for the 5th time in 2 months because they sold out and begging for more products. So my strength is in, I believe, the marketing and the creative part. But now I need to literally get out of the kitchen and stuffing the jars and get out there and do what I do best and continue the growth of this product and this line and start making more money. What you sharks are more interested in is now, what are we doing? What have I done? What am I continuing to do? And this is where I say, show me the money. This is where my passion is turning to an actual reality, and I know that I'm going to take it a step further. So, here are the numbers, and my BFF again. I'm bringing Chastity in because Chastity is not an investor in the company, but she is my financial advisor because she is a successful businesswoman herself. She also has an online boutique where she sells Glamer lips and pretty much helps me as far as the numbers. I can do everything, but in any train, you can run the front, you need the back to kind of help you. So that's what I need help with, is finally seeing everything. So once I came over one day and we were going through all of the numbers and to see what I did last year. What did you say, Chastity?
And we started calculating the first quarter, which we weren't at the end of the quarter. And I said to her, did you notice that you surpassed your gross from last year in your first quarter?
Which I couldn't believe. Once I looked at the numbers, I'm like, okay, this is after the holidays, which I thought were insane because of Christmas and Hanukkah. And when I realized that I did more in just 2 weeks after January than I did the whole month of December, I was like, okay, something is happening here. In just 16 months of being in business, I grossed over $60,000. Most importantly, I spent zero amount in marketing. This is all through word of mouth and through social media.
She was able to bring the product to a profit of 80% per unit. Right now, the company is evaluated at $150,000.
Most importantly is where we can go from here. I'm very proud to announce last week the expansion of my line. Because again, that I am certified as a handler processor, we are going to now make a men's line, a body and face scrub, as well as a hair line. This is what the customers are asking for. So we are in the production right now, and that's coming out for this summer, as well as limited edition flavors, which do extremely well. Because the cosmetic industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry and skincare taking up the largest part of that market, we're not only meeting the needs of the consumer, but the potential for growth is unlimited. And I am ready for it. Are you? USDA certified, FDA approved, also PETA certified, animal cruelty free. We're meeting not only the needs, but taking it up a notch. So guess what, Lori? I literally went from zero to becoming a hero. And in the words of Barbara, you can compete with the big guy in social media and win based solely on creativity. Well, that's exactly what I did and I'm doing. So which shark wants to take a bite and become Glamerlicious with me? And we're talking. We're here. No, do it.